Hey, everyone. Hi. Hello. Welcome to another exciting episode of Alison Rosen is your new best friend. I'm sitting here in my studio with my husband, Daniel, who just banged his phone on the table. We just spent an inordinate amount of time trying to get this studio set up for video. It has been, a journey, an odyssey, an ordeal, a trial by fire, a crucible, a blender, a Vitamix, a pasta maker.
Definitely not that.
A zucchini. What's it called? Like those things that make zoodles. A zoodle maker. A panini press.
All right.
One of those dolls where you put it, it's like a barbershop doll. I don't know if they make these anymore. It's a barbershop Play-Doh doll where you press it down and the Play-Doh comes out the head. I never had one of those.
About anymore?
We're talking about how deeply unpleasant, but also like pressure cookery this whole thing has been to try to get this fucking studio set up for video. I don't understand why it is so hard. And I don't feel like we're even there yet. YouTube.com/Alison Rosen. If you want to see the video, it's like cobbled together with like spit and popsicle sticks and stuff. I'm staring at a light right now that has Daniel's white tank top. Can you say wife beater anymore?
Well, it's not.
It's got Daniel's not wife beater. It's not a wife. It's just a couple t-shirts. It's a girlfriend caresser. That's not a t-shirt.
Well,
that's a tank top.
I'm just trying to move things forward, honey.
It's got a piece of white apparel draped over it. Yep. This other one has another. I mean, like this whole place looks like shit, and I feel like shit, and I'm in a terrible mood.
Cool.
But I'm so happy to be here with you guys right now doing this show.
Alison Rosen, Alison's your new best friend.
I'm sorry. That was a very
a lot of energy.
It was a very bad beginning, and I don't want anyone to think that has anything to do with them when really it has to do with...
Yeah, don't take it personally. If you're sitting at home right now or wherever in the gym and you're like taking it personally, you don't think anyone listens to this at the gym?
No, I do that. I do.
Oh my God, that is an insult to your fans.
Can I be honest? Can I be honest?
Prefer you not.
Can I be honest?
Can you?
Listen. I got a text from my mom earlier, right before I was about to do 2 shows, and I was rushing around.
Yeah.
And it was the kind of text that went straight, it bypassed my brain, and it went right into my psyche, and it just grabbed a hold of it, and it just like shook it really hard. And it made it so that I could not focus on work, and it is just strumming all the chords of my emotions, and it is like paralyzing me and making it so I'm having trouble focusing. And the me that was yelling about the studio before.
You weren't really yelling about the studio, were
No,
you?
I wasn't. I don't think well, the studio is frustrating me, to be fair.
Yeah.
But it is also because I'm in a little bit of an emotional state. Look, there's tears in my eyes.
I know, honey.
I'm having a bit of a hard time. So
my therapist once told me that if you dream about a studio, you're dreaming about your mother.
This is like that, that Magritte painting of a pipe
that
says,
not a pipe?
Yes, this is not a studio.
No.
It is just, some of this is specific. And then one more pretentious illusion. You know what's that like famous literary reference that's like, all happy families are happy in the same way, but like all tragic families are tragic in their own way.
I've heard that.
You know what I'm talking about?
I don't know.
I might have it reversed.
Okay.
It's like,
makes more sense this way though.
Yeah, and it's like, who wrote War and Peace? It's not Dostoevsky who said it though.
War and Peace?
War and Peace. It's Warren Buffett's brother.
Yes.
Yeah, it's weird. They have different last names. But they're both Warren.
The meta worlds, brother.
Yes. So in some ways, this is like specific Rosen bullshit. Mm-hmm. But then, no offense, Mom, if you're listening. But then in some ways, I think this is because, like I've said before, like, sorry. Just because my dad is sick, and I think it's just hard right now, and I don't know, like, I'm just having trouble figuring out.
Hard to know what to do.
I'm having trouble prioritizing. I don't know whether to, like, cancel a show because I wanted to go to a doctor's appointment with him. But it doesn't really seem, I don't think it's time to be making that decision yet. But if my math is wrong, I'm going to be kicking myself over, like, damn, I don't get a redo on this.
Yeah.
And I know I'm speaking in euphemisms.
Well, it just feels the stakes are very high.
The stakes feel high. And if you're someone who has some anxiety, the stakes, what am I trying to say? This is like too vague and too euphemistic. I think what I'm trying to say is, if you're a person who has a little bit of anxiety, you're constantly always trying to talk yourself down from catastrophizing. Like, You're always telling yourself it's not life or death. It's not that big a deal. The worst case scenario is not the worst case scenario. Right. So then when you're in a situation that actually could be life or death, it's hard to figure out what to do. Right. Even though, yes, this is a situation that involves life or death, but I don't think we're actually at the point of life or death. It's so confusing. That's part of the reason that I want to go to the doctor's appointment. By the way, is it doctor appointment or doctor's appointment?
I've always wondered that. And then it's an apostrophe, which is weird.
It is.
It's the doctor's
appointment. It's the patient's appointment with the doctor.
I know.
Who owns these appointments?
I always feel weird writing it out.
Yeah.
Doctor's appointment.
I have started doing a workaround and just saying, like, an appointment with a doctor.
Yeah.
Because I have forgot. I don't know anymore.
Yeah.
But it's doctor's appointment.
Yeah.
It's just, okay.
It's an Alison's appointment. It's an Alison's father's appointment.
That's part of why I want to go to the appointment, to get a little more clarity. I want to go to the appointment to find out whether I needed to go. Oh my God. Anyway, you guys, thank you. And this is a first for me, starting a show with tears.
But if this gets big ratings, who knows? Like,
I might do it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you and sorry. What a weird thing to do.
Hey, tune into, what is this going to be on Patreon? Tune into Patreon.
This is YouTube. This is actually
tune into YouTube to see Alison wiping her eyes.
Can we just take a moment to talk about how weird it is that I did that?
Did what?
Cried in the first 8 minutes of the show.
I don't think it's weird at all.
You don't? I do. I feel a little weird about that. But this is the hazard of doing a show that's just you and me. Like, I think if it were a Thursday show, probably wouldn't have done that.
When you look at me, instead of looking at me, look at 90,000 people listening. 170,000 people.
Oh my God, it just got bigger.
380,000 people.
And now they're all just like staring at me like, why are you crying? Anyway, what I was thinking we could do on this episode is have some lighthearted fun.
I love lighthearted fun.
Talk about some made-up games that my sister and I used to play. and then play some rounds of those made-up games.
What about our recent trip? Didn't you want to talk about? I thought maybe you'd want to talk about that.
I thought you would want to talk about that. And then also we have some calls.
So that was not on the docket.
So I thought you would want to talk about that.
So that's why we're going to talk about your games.
Well, no, that's why I'm crying. Anyway.
Well, we can talk about whatever you like, honey, because as I've said famously before.
It's your show?
It's your show, honey.
Tony, play the drop of, well, it's Alison's show.
Well, this is Alison's show.
Hang on.
Oh, thanks.
How's my makeup doing?
It looks, you got a little scribbly right here.
A scribbly?
Yeah.
That's actually, I think that's a freckle.
No.
This one?
That's eye makeup, yeah.
A scribbly? I don't want
it's
a
like
scribbly.
you scribbled on your eye. There you go.
I got it? I got the scribbly?
Yep.
Hang on.
Hey, tune into YouTube to see the scribbly.
Talk for a second. I need to just...
Okay.
I need to get the mucus back into my face.
Okay. All right. So... Okay.
Want to hear a call? Let's go to a call.
I would love to hear.
Let's go to a call.
I love hearing calls.
Okay.
Any old calls.
So I asked them what's going on out there.
Yeah.
Do you play any made-up games?
Oh, made-up games. Okay.
Why are you touching your phone? What's going on?
I'm trying to get it so I can see the time because we have a hard out.
We do.
I want to make sure that we're on time. Okay.
And then also, how do you feel about eggnog? Do you want to tell them?
Oh, that's what you ask people.
Yeah.
Because you know how I feel about it.
Yeah, that's why I asked them.
Oh, okay.
But you tell me how.
I don't care about anyone's opinion about eggnog.
All right.
My relationship with eggnog is between me and eggnog.
Let them know. Let them know. There's some stuff. There's something going on. Just like there's something going on between me and my feelings. There's something going on between DQ and the nog.
Well, I love nog, and you know what? It's one of those things where it's like on the one hand, it really tees me off that you can only get it for like 4 weeks out of the year. I mean, I feel like grocery stores on the fucking crack of midnight on Christmas Eve, they're just furiously pulling them off the shelves. All the eggnog. You can go in the day after Christmas and there's nothing there.
And are they just like throwing it into a giant garbage can? Are they drinking it? Where's it going?
I like to think that they're all just having a drink-a-thon back there. Just guzzling nog. And so then it's like, motherfuckers, like, just have it for even a few more weeks after Christmas.
Yeah.
The season isn't over, folks. On the other hand, if it were available all year, I might not like it as much. So,
But what would happen if it were available in January?
I'd be drinking it in January.
Right. What's so wrong with that?
Nothing. At least, you know what? Fine.
Try
You
it
don't have
out.
to have all the varieties of eggnog.
Mm-hmm.
Pick
I
one.
don't need chai eggnog.
Absolutely do not need chai
No.
eggnog. And I just say, like, have a lactose intolerant version, a non-dairy version, and a dairy version. That's it. You need 3 kinds of nog.
That's a lot of nog, actually.
All right. You know, you start with the most and then you negotiate. You get down to 1 nog.
All right.
But if I start with 1 nog, we end up with no nog. All right?
Yeah. So I'm surprised. Well, I don't want to step on the call, but like I'm surprised at how many not egg knots there are.
There's a lot of
Nog haters.
big nog feelings out there.
Yes.
And I don't, frankly.
You don't care for it.
Well, it's neither here nor there.
Okay, here we go.
Hello, Allison and Daniel. This is Lacey from Illinois calling. I saw the post to call in. I don't make up any games, and I've actually never had eggnog, so I can't answer those questions.
What?
But I was just kind of calling in for some advice, potentially. I've never really been a Christmas type of person. It's just not my favorite holiday.
I just need to take a moment to remind everyone that I don't screen these calls, obviously.
But also, like, duh, you're not a Christmas person. You've never had eggnog.
Yeah. Get with the program,
I can do
Lacey.
the Christmas math.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
And the cold weather and just the winter season gets me down, and I'm finding that I'm having very little motivation to go out and get like actual tangible gifts to give extended family members. That's not just a gift card. So just wondering if you have any like quick gift ideas to give to any type of family member that they would enjoy. Anything and everything is welcome.
Wow.
Again, this is Lacey in Illinois. Thank you.
I feel like people in
Skylight frame, which yes is a sponsor. Yes, you're going to be hearing. Am I doing a
An ad?
Skylight frame ad
you?
in this one?
it is a good.
Yes, it is a great gift though.
It is a great gift, especially if you have kids.
Yeah, or pets.
Or pets or anything. First of all, I get it. People from the cold climes, they get the seasonal depression. They don't like the cold. But let me tell you something. As someone who was raised against his will,
Just end the sentence right there.
pretty much,
Yeah.
in Arizona and Southern California, I mean, arguably not against my will, just sunshine, just so much, just a fucking 5 lifetimes full of sunshine.
An
I am
asphalt.
Desperate for cold climes. I would love to live where you live.
I'm sorry, I did give
The
you
bump.
a dirty look. But what the
Does it bump
fuck?
my chair? Oh, well, because I'm sitting on the edge of the chair.
Oh.
So it went forward. Anyway, just know that your misery would be my delight. Not your misery, the thing that makes you miserable. Your misery, not my delight.
You know, I too, in general, take delight in Lacey's misery. And by that, I just mean enjoy the cold weather.
But maybe Lacey's misery is delightful. We just don't know her well enough.
I enjoy the cold weather. However, we're having a cold snap, if you will.
I love it.
Love, if you will. This is our impression of Keith Raniere. Love, if you will.
If you will. Yeah.
Anyway,
We should do a whole show.
I know
about
we
that
really
fucking
should.
dude.
We just unfortunately we don't have time right now. But he made this very pretentious, and yes, this is the word of the day speech wherein he said, "Love, if you will."
Well, he always says "if you will."
We
because
walked
he's a
around
pretentious
saying,
douche.
"If you will." We were quoting this "love, if you will."
And it's like, I will. I will, Keith Raniere.
We were saying "love, if you will" nonstop for like so many days.
Love, if you will, is the sequel to Love Actually.
Yes.
And it
But
takes-
remember, we were saying, the days of love, if you will, which
Love.
was just a few days ago.
what were you
Wait.
saying?
Oh yeah, it's cold in California right now, very cold, and it's uncomfortably cold.
No, it's wonderful.
I can't stand it. Actually, I'm surprised. I'm
You're such a
surprised.
wuss.
If
But
you
LA
will.
makes a wuss
I
out
don't-
of everyone.
It does. I don't have the clothes for it anymore.
Well, that's part of the problem. You end up with a wardrobe that's not suited to the climbs.
Yeah.
But
If
I
you climbs, if you
climbs,
will.
if you will. I was jogging the other day, and it was brisk. And I was thinking while I was jogging, I'm like, this is the temperature that humans were meant to live in. It's cold. You feel alive. You feel alert. It's like invigorating. But then you can go inside. You can put on a bunch of clothes. You can go inside and get warm. It's just great. It's natural. It's great. It's what I want, and I will never have because I will never leave the warms, if you will,
The warms.
the hots,
Yeah.
and the sunshine.
Lacey, try eggnog. Get him a Skylight frame, and then also check out my
We
Amazon.
didn't answer her question. Well, besides the
Check out my
Skylight,
Amazon shopping list.
I
Amazon.com
gotta
slash
update. I'll update
shop
my part of it.
slash Alison Rosen. Yeah. Because we have some suggestions.
If they are into
I love it. I love a candle.
candles, are good for some people. You can always get, what are some good sort of food? Food is always a good gift. Like, you know what I miss? I miss Pepperidge Farm
Do they still make that?
or whatever that is. You know,
Pepperidge Farm? Yeah.
where you get a bunch. You get some sausages, you get some cheeses, some smoked things, some crackers. I mean, who doesn't like that? There are places. I don't want to direct you to a place other than Alison's link, that have some pretty unique gifts, some uncommon gifts, if you will. And let's see. See, I'm on the spot here. I don't like getting gifts for anyone though anymore.
Oh, I've beaten it out of you.
It's not a joy for me. I like getting gifts to my kids.
Daniel used to love getting gifts.
I used to love giving gifts.
That's what I mean. Mm-hmm. And I have now successfully.
There's no joy in it any longer.
I've removed
yes,
this
you have.
part from his soul.
Completely. Now, I do love getting gifts for the boys.
Yes. Thank you for your call, Lacey.
Thank you, Lacey. And otherwise,
Not so much.
Not so much.
Okay. Should we listen to another call? Should we talk about Disneyland? Should we play a game?
Honey, I think they all sound great.
Let's listen to another call.
Okay.
Hello, Allison and Daniel. This is Nick from San Jose calling back to say, things are going okay. Thanks for asking. Trying to get out there and date now that the pandemic is over. And boy, I'll tell you what, dating at 40 is terrible and awful, and everything's bad. I don't really don't like eggnog, and I do like to make up a lot of games. In fact, actually, during the pandemic, I made trivia games for my friends because that might also explain why the dating is going so badly. Anyway, hope you're doing well. Thank you for asking. Again, this was Nick from San Jose. Have fun. Goodbye.
Is the pandemic over? I feel like it's ramping up.
Well, I get what you're saying. Wait, so the making up trivia games is hurting his dating life?
I mean, I think he's just being self-deprecating.
Well, maybe it's San Jose. I don't know San Jose, really. Where's San Jose? Is that up near Sacramento?
It's up there, yes. I've been to San Jose, but isn't it a lyric in a song?
Probably. San Jose, Fresno, are you gonna go? That song?
Yes.
Let me think here. Dating sucks. What are
Are you doing a bit?
No, I'm just trying to think, like, how can I help?
I don't think he was asking for advice.
If you call and you bring up a topic,
you're gonna get some
fucking advice, okay? All right, I don't know.
But yeah, no, I'm sure it does suck.
I don't even know, what are people using these days? What are the apps? Bumble? Is that a thing?
There's Bumble. There's Tinder.
Is that what's popular? I feel like there's always a new one rolling around.
Are you on them? You seem awfully confused. I mean, you seem awfully interested.
I don't know. Is it Bumble or something?
There's Raya if you're a celebrity. Which I want to get on just to see if I can get on it because it's exclusive.
I like to go on Ashley Madison as a female just to get guys to bite, and then I blackmail them.
Isn't there it's just lunch? And then there's the one that Dustin met his wife on, which is is it How About We or something?
Is that what it was?
That's not what it's called, though.
Why are they always so lame?
It's not How About. Maybe it's How. Is there one called How About We? I don't know. Okay.
I met you on a dating site. It's called Email.
It's called Gmail, really.
So wait. So he said he doesn't like eggnog.
Yeah.
No, whatever. I feel like this requires an explanation.
Yeah.
If you're going to say you don't like it, I mean, I want to know why.
Yeah.
You can't just not like it.
Have you tried it before?
It's just amazing.
Right.
It's like melted ice cream. Do you like to drink melted ice cream?
Wait, did you see that tweet from Andrew Hunt?
No. What did he say?
You didn't?
I mean, he tweets a lot.
He does tweet a lot. He said it tastes like melted ice cream.
Yes, it does. I had not seen that, but that is correct.
Okay. Now.
And the best way to drink it is just to shake it up. Just shake it so it gets really frothy. And then you go, just sip it. Not a lot. That's the best way to do it. I can't live your life for you, okay? I'm just telling you. I can lead you
to a trough of eggnog, but you can't make us. You can't make us go.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, There's 2 games that I would like to introduce you to. One you've played before.
Mm.
The cheese game. Is it ringing a bell?
I remember not liking it.
Okay, here's the fun thing. These games might come up on the Thursday show also.
Yeah.
And I don't think they're going to be popular with the guests,
No.
and I'm willing to take that
Sure
chance.
they won't. Or maybe they will.
Maybe they will. What do you remember of the cheese game? It has another name.
Do you like name a cheese or something?
Uh-huh. And then
You figure out who smells like it? Like what celebrity smells like that cheese?
no. It's also called cow, sheep, or goat.
Oh, please, let's do another game. I don't know anything about cheese.
This is the problem with the game. It's cow, sheep, or goat, and you name a cheese, and you have to then, or I name a cheese. Someone names a cheese, and then you have to figure out, is it made with cow's milk, sheep's milk, or goat milk? Now, the problem with the game, put your phone down. The problem with the game is no one knows that many cheeses. No one knows what kind of milk they're made out of.
No one cares.
And no one cares.
I like mine better.
What's your
name
game?
a cheese, and then you have to name a celebrity that smells like.
Okay. Now, the other game is the rhyming game. This is my sister and I used to play this one very often. It takes a little bit of imagination. Now, I feel like we've probably tried to get you to play this one before.
I'm sure you've tried.
I don't know that I'd call it. It's not exactly a game. It's not exactly a game, if
Okay.
you will.
Okay.
But like I say a sentence, so I'll say it's not a game, if you will, and then you say something like,
I would like to take too many pills.
yes, but instead of saying, now when you get to pill, you change it to something else.
So you don't rhyme.
You don't rhyme, but I have to be able to figure out what your rhyme would have been. So you say like, okay, so I say like,
It was smart not to introduce me to this early in our relationship.
so, okay, I'm going to do both sides of it. Okay.
Yeah.
So for example,
Mhm.
I say, it's a game, if you will. And then you say, I have a headache. I'm going to take an Advil. And then,
That does rhyme, though.
okay, sorry. I have a headache. I'm going to take
Tylenol.
Tylenol. And then I say,
This is good. This is great.
I'm wearing high heels. I hope I don't trip instead of fall, because fall rhymes with Tylenol.
Oh.
And then you now have to rhyme with trip. So then you would say like,
You know when people tell you like, oh, inside jokes, are good between the people, but then they don't really translate to the people outside of the group, the in-group. You know what I mean? Like, it's
well,
really
I'm
fun.
trying to let you in.
Yeah.
Let's just try.
Okay.
Let's just try.
Okay.
I'm imagining how this is going to go if we try to do it on the group show.
All right, all right.
Okay. You start. You say a sentence.
I would like to hang myself in the attic.
Okay, good. Okay, so I'm now rhyming with I would like to hang myself in the attic. Can I show you a magic illusion?
Wait, now, do I tell you what I think you were going to say?
Well, no, but do you have something? Do you have something in mind? As long as you know what it was. You don't have
this is a game where it's just as
it's
you just, hey, you know what? I won.
no, there's no winners.
Oh.
You just it's your turn now.
So wait, what did you say?
I would like to show you a magic illusion. But if you don't know what it was, then you're like, huh?
Okay, so I'd like to show you a magic illusion. In this room, there's a lot of
Good.
depression.
That's so good. You are catching on.
Okay.
Oh, gosh. If you're into heavy metal and dress like a skater, they might call you a old person. It doesn't really work. Just go with it.
Mwah, mwah, mwah.
I mean, the rhyme works though.
They might call you a
Hessian.
what?
A Hessian.
What the fuck is that? What's a Hessian?
A Hessian is like someone who sort of like dresses like a skater and is into heavy
Wait,
metal.
is that really a
Yeah.
word? A Hessian?
Yeah, a
So you go
Hessian
look
or-
at those Hessians?
Yeah, or like a Hesher. Look it up on your phone. You are allowed to touch your phone now. Yeah, I'm gonna look it up too.
Hessian.
Yeah, a Hessian.
I've never heard that.
A Hessian.
I've heard Hesher? Hessian?
Yeah.
Well, this has been illuminating.
Well, unfortunately, it's just the military term is coming up, but
Long-haired heavy metal fan from the 80s.
oh, and they would be old people now. Okay, we've done this.
I've never
game.
heard that.
Yeah. Now
well,
you
good
know.
job, honey. You win.
I don't know if they really dress like skaters though, but Greg Fitzsimmons, with whom I do childish, said that his daughter is considered like a Hesher now.
Hesher, I've heard.
Yeah, but that comes from Hesher.
You know a word I learned recently that I like a lot? It is a word, see if you know it. It is a word to describe a particular type of person who goes to festivals. You'll see them
a Spotify listener.
You'll see them a lot at festivals, like Dead shows or even EDM festivals. They're usually guys that have dreadlocks and they're sort of grungy and just, always doing drugs.
Mozzarella.
No. So what do you call those guys? I guess
Munster.
Ladies would be fault.
I'm just naming cheeses.
No.
I give up.
Wook.
Wook?
They're wooks.
I don't get it. I mean,
Look it up. It's a lot of fun. Anyway, okay.
Why? Why are they called that?
Because they look like Wookiees, which is a Star Wars.
Oh yeah.
And anyway.
All right. Can we talk for a moment about what happened on the most recent Thursday show? Because there were some people, just namely one, who was just like, your husband is an angel for sitting through that.
Oh, well, thank you.
Yeah. I got a little pushback on Patreon.
From what?
I think we should explain what the segment was.
Oh, was this for the thing with Miles?
Yeah. I think we should explain what the segment was, and then I'll explain the pushback.
Okay.
So anyway, Miles Kahn is someone who I've talked about on the show before because he's how I met Jenna Kim Jones, who
Yes.
regular.
Yes.
So he used to work for The Daily Show, and I met him on OkCupid before this was a podcast, when Alison Rosen's New Best Friend was a streaming internet Ustream show when I lived in New York. This is back in 2009 or 2010. I met him on OkCupid. We went on a couple very casual dates. He said he felt more of a friendship vibe. It hurt my feelings a little bit because I did like him. But I got over it. That's my memory of it. That was it. I said to him, we stayed friends. He came on the show, cut my hair on air because he was good at haircuts. Right. And he introduced me to Jenna, who worked at The Daily Show, and she started coming on the show, and the whole thing was I always felt like totally worth it because I got Jenna out of it.
I'm sorry, the chair just okay.
And then recently we sort of reconnected, and I was like, "Oh my God, you should come on the show."
Right.
And then maybe I think that morning I said to you, "Is it okay if?" Or maybe I said, "I'm like, you know the story, or what did I say to you? You know
No
that
idea.
I said you know that I went on a couple dates with him, right? Is it okay if I talk about that on the show or whatever?"
Right. Mm-hmm.
And you're like, "Yes, I know that." And then I said, because he's married now, and I said to him, "Is it okay if we talk about how we met?"
Mm-hmm.
And he said, "Yes." Was I horrible to you, or was I miserable to you? And I was like, "No, not at all." But I thought it was curious that he would ask that.
Mm-hmm.
Does he have a history of being miserable to people? So then I realized I would still have the emails between us because I don't throw out my emails. I should, but I'm just like terrible. I'm like not an email inbox zero person at all. So I went and looked, and lo and behold, it was not as clean as I remembered it. After he sent the email saying like he got more of a just friends vibe from us, I did like 3 more mortifying rounds of like trying to be super casual and asking him like, when did you realize? Oh my God. And just trying to like, find
People
out.
can listen to the Thursday.
Yeah, listen, I don't need to recapitulate it all.
Yeah.
Thank you, honey, for you should have let me know. You should have reminded me sooner. But anyway, I'm just totally doing a retread. So anyway, long story short, I read the emails on the Thursday show. He's the one who had said he was like, we can hash it all out on the third. Oh, because he didn't remember that we had gone on 2 dates. He was like, we can hash it all out on the Thursday show. We can hash it all out on air and stuff. So we did that. But I had talked to you ahead of time to find out that if it was okay that we talk about this on air, right? But it was like deeply mortifying for me to talk about this on air. But I also thought that it was like
funny.
A very funny and relatable show. But yes, there was someone on Patreon, and the feedback for the show has been a lot of people being like, this was like endearing and relatable and show of the year and like very positive. Great. Yes. But there was one guy on Patreon who's like, 15 minutes of you saying, why didn't you like me? I had to fast forward. Daniel is an angel for sitting there through this. And I wrote back and I'm like, oh yeah, it was totally fucking mortifying when I found those emails. Like, agreed. When I found those emails, I was horrified. There's a reason that I had forgotten about this chapter. But then he really backed off. He's like, okay, I went back and listened and, or no, I said something like, I was like, I checked in with Daniel before, during and after, but I agree, he's an angel and I'm lucky to have him. He's like, okay, that's good, you checked with him. But anyway, so I just wanted to see, like, how do you feel about all of it? Do you feel okay about all of it?
Yes. Yes, I'm fine with it. Yeah, I don't know. Why would it bother me? I don't quite get what should bother me about it. It's like, I know that you went on dates with people and you dated people before me, like I know that you had a sordid past, that you were a little slut.
That's not.
No. I know, and it's totally normal for healthy people to wonder why people don't like them. I think that it's actually worrisome.
13 years ago.
Yeah, but it's actually worrisome if you don't worry about that, because that suggests that you're a narcissist. So yeah, I don't know. I think when he was like, yeah, I just go on feelings and, I just didn't have feelings for you, whatever. But then I met someone great. It was a little bit like, okay, dude. Like, I mean, I'm glad you like your wife, but like, that was the one part where I was a little bit like, that. But it's fine. I mean, again, like, I'm glad you like your wife.
No, there was one part for me. He's like,
but the good news is I met someone great, like, dick. I had that reaction, but of course it's like, liking a person is so specific to who you are. It's not like whatever. So.
Well, wait, what? Because I had a little bit of reaction to something. There was something else he said where I had that reaction, but I didn't have that reaction to that thing that he said.
Right.
What do you mean, though?
Okay, the way he said it felt to me like he was saying, I found someone better.
Oh, but of course that is how he felt.
Right. To him, that's the case, but to hear it presented like that, like, bumped me a little bit. I mean, I'm fine because I get it. I'm not an idiot, but like, it was a little bit. Okay.
So you felt rejected by it.
Well, no, it's like, okay, dude, slow down. Just slow down. No, but I like him. He's a good guy.
He was like, when he was saying that he met his, because I was like, so how did you meet your wife? He's like, I met her on OkCupid. I'm like, what? Really? And he had gotten to the point where he was like, okay, one more date.
We don't have to rehash it. They can listen to the episode.
But
okay. Oh, this is the thing that bothered you.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's like, one more date. And she also was like, one more date. And he went out with her. And I wish I could remember exactly how he said it. It was like, oh my God, like I'm actually having a good time. I can't believe I'm like, it's like finally like a date that's like good. Like unlike all this like series of awful dates I've been on or something. I mean, I'm exaggerating it, but I almost was like, hey.
Yeah. Hey, wait a second. Yeah.
Did you catch that moment?
Yeah. A little bit. Yeah, I mean.
But I don't think he actually meant to say it that way, because he had said something like, this is totally me trying to like salvage my ego. But he said something like, he's like, I had gotten to the point where I would end a date like almost in the middle of the day. He's like, the fact that like we went on 2 dates was like more than whatever. Obviously he wasn't that into me, like clearly, but still. I mean, you know, also, who cares?
It should be pronounced OkCupid.
It was. I always thought it was a weird name.
Okay. Do you want to hear my Disneyland thoughts?
Yes, please. Can I just quickly say? Can I quickly say how weird it is, though?
Yes. What?
That I can. How weird is it to be a human? How weird are human beings? That you and I can be sitting here, married to each other, with children, but still feel that someone else should have liked me.
Well, everyone should have liked us.
Yes.
Listen, I have a long list of folks. I mean, I'm not even going to say all ladies. Everyone. There are tons of people who haven't quite
understood the assignment.
Understood the assignment, you know, and should have.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Think about it from time to time. You go, hey, what the fuck was up with that person?
Right.
He should have been into this.
Yeah.
And that, well, especially now that I'm at a point in my life where nobody's into this. I think back at the times when people should have been into this.
Right.
And now this fruit is spoiled. Now that the milk has curdled. Yeah, now that I've been thrown in the dumpster behind the grocery store and it's just
with
like.
the eggnog?
Yeah, and it's just a hobo rooting through the trash and picking me up and going, I'm not even good enough for the hobo.
Yeah.
There was a hobo in the hardware store today, and even he didn't even give me a second look.
I'm sorry.
Disneyland. First of all, we did not have. I mean, it was nice because we took the kids and they enjoyed it, and it was fun to see our friends who we saw there. But as far as a good time for us, we wasn't
to be had.
Wasn't to be had at all. And I was really expecting, you know, with all the Christmassy stuff and all the lights.
Believe me, I've already talked about it on other podcasts.
Yeah. But here's the thing: I figured out what the appeal of the dark rides are. So, in case you don't know what I'm talking about with a dark ride is a ride where you sit in a thing
in the dark
and you kind of go. It's not a roller coaster, right? You're not going up and down and fast or whatever. You're just going and you go back and forth, and then things are popping up it's like pop, pop, and then you turn the corner and then there's something. And
So
then,
Haunted Mansion.
Sort of Haunted Mansion. I'm talking more like Mr. Toad's, Pinocchio.
So the Fantasyland rides.
The Fantasyland rides primarily. And I'm like, but even Haunted Mansion has other appeals though. So it's not just what I'm going to say. Sort of Pirates of the Caribbean, but again, that also has other appeals. Here's what it is. Because you go on these and you're like Monsters Inc. is one of these. This is when I had this revelation. You're going through it and it's like, okay, why is this enjoyable? Because I'm just being shown things. I've already seen all this stuff.
Right.
Like I'm going on it for the third time now. Why is this enjoyable? And here's the answer. You ready for this?
Lay it on me.
It is the experience. It mimics the experience of being a baby in a stroller.
Oh, that's good.
Being pushed around. Everything's foreign to you.
Yeah.
Whoa. And you're just getting that experience again. It's infantilizing. Because you're not going through Mr. Toad's going, oh, I got something new out of that.
Yeah.
Did you see this last time I went on Mr. Toad's? It was like a whole different experience. No, it's the same shit every time.
Yeah.
Why do you wait in a 45-minute line to do that?
Right.
It's because you want to be a little baby in a stroller.
That's a good insight, Daniel.
Thank you.
That's a good insight, if you will.
Dark rides, if you will.
If you will. Listen, I want to tell you guys about a special gift for the special people in your life. Skylight Frame.
Do it.
I love Skylight Frame. It's a super nice digital photo frame.
Do you want to hear what's cool? What you can do?
Yeah.
You can email a photo to your, the person you gave it to their, and it'll just pop up on
That's
their
right.
thing.
That's right. It is the
They'll
best
be sitting
gift.
there in the living room, and then boom, new picture.
We gave Skylight Frames to the grandmas before they were even a sponsor on this show. Skylight Frame is a photo frame you can update instantly by email from anywhere. A great way to feel close to those you love, even when you're separated. It sets up effortlessly in under 60 seconds. Just plug in, use the touchscreen to connect to your wireless network, and enjoy. Sending photos to Skylight is effortless. Everyone in the family can use the app or just email them to the Skylight and they'll pop up in seconds. Choose from 2 size options, either the original 10-inch or new large 15-inch frame. 100% satisfaction guaranteed. You know what this means? We have to get the 15-inch frame now because we have the 10-inch.
Oh,
and
15-inch.
I know we got to upgrade.
Yeah.
100% satisfaction guaranteed. If you don't love your Skylight, they'll offer you a full refund, and you can preload it with photos of special memories for the perfect personalized gift. Import pictures of you and your significant other, spouse, grandparents, etc., that they didn't even know you had. And it's great for non-tech savvy people. You do not need to be tech savvy at all. It's just a really great gift. Now, as a special offer, you can get $15 off your purchase of a Skylight frame when you go to skylightframe.com and enter code Allison. That's right. To get $15 off your purchase of a Skylight frame, just go to skylightframe.com and enter code Allison. That's Skylight Frame, SKYLIGHTFRAME.com, promo code Allison. Do it. I also want to tell you guys about Loamy. Look, here's the deal. Composting, everyone thinks it's a good idea, but it can be a bit challenging. I need my glasses for this one because I'm going to do some intense thinking. God. I know. Can you even...
Now I really believe you.
Thank you. I've never been able to compost before. It's always too complicated. It's too much work. Are you
No, I'm with you.
I know. Then I got a Loamy. Loamy allows me to turn my food scraps into dirt with the push of a button. It's a countertop electric composter that turns scraps to dirt in under 4 hours. There's no smell when it runs, and it's
crazy.
Super quiet. You have less garbage each week, and you, like I said, you throw away way less garbage. That means it's not going to landfills and producing methane,
which is so much worse than carbon dioxide for the environment.
And you turn your waste into nutrient-rich dirt that you can feed to your plants. Look, we feel great knowing that we're composting and creating soil instead of waste. You have like a basically limitless supply of dirt for your garden. and it's surprisingly quiet. If you want to start making a positive environmental impact or just make cleanup after dinner that much easier, Loamy is perfect for you. Head to loamy.com/bestfriend and use the promo code bestfriend to get $50 off your Loamy. That's $50 off when you head to Loamy, LOMI.com/bestfriend and use promo code bestfriend at checkout. Food waste is gross. Loamy is your solution. With the holidays just around the corner, Loamy will make the perfect gift for someone on your shopping list.
Hell yeah.
All right. I say we do one more.
Let's do it.
Call.
Yeah.
Hey, Allison and Daniel. This is Jonathan in Columbus, Ohio. I was just calling. I saw your Instagram post. Doing all right, can't complain too much. My wife had surgery on her knee about a month and a half ago, so that's been an uphill battle trying to get that taken care of. But, things are on the mend, so can't complain too much, right? But as far as eggnog, I'm not a huge fan. That being said, most of the experience I had with eggnog was in college when my buddy's roommate would throw a party and make eggnog that could basically, had enough booze to peel the paint off the hull of a speedboat. So yeah, I can't say it was the best experience. As far as games, my wife and I play a game where one of us is across the entire opposite direction of the house. They yell something, the other person yells what until, both of us get frustrated enough that one of us goes to the other room so we can actually hear what they're saying. So, yeah,
We play that.
Love the show. Keep it up. Again, this is Jonathan in Columbus, Ohio.
Thanks, Jonathan. I enjoyed that call.
Jonathan talks about that typical college experience of just binging on eggnog. You know what I mean? Like, that's usually when people drink the most eggnog.
Oh my God, if I even smell eggnog, I
just think
back
of frat
there.
parties,
I know.
when they bring a big tub of eggnog.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Listen, you guys, this has been
the best, maybe.
It's been the weirdest, considering the way it started.
Not weird, honey.
It was weird.
Awkward, but not weird.
Cringy.
Everybody is feeling a
Embarrassing.
little bit uncomfortable.
I know.
They won't be able to look you in the eyes
Probably not.
because they are listening and they can't.
I know. Well, they might be watching it.
People are watching this?
I told you. YouTube.com/Alison Rosen. Duh.
You guys, 2 more weeks until Xmas.
And 1 more week until the finale of White Lotus. Listen, here's the deal.
No, they're going to hear this after the finale.
Oh, who
It's
died?
tomorrow is the finale. We're recording
It's in 2 days. Listen, here's the deal. We have to go inside because our nanny is leaving. But I have so much more to say. This is, you guys, I'm sorry to leave you hanging like this. This episode is a little bit shorter than I would like it to be.
We should do a supplemental Patreon only that we record this weekend.
Yeah, I know. Well, I'm planning on recording. I've already put out a call for questions for Daniel and me on the friend zone. You didn't know that. Well,
no, you spring this on me.
You are a Patreon subscriber, which is so stupid.
It's so that I can see the posts. I won't be able to participate.
Okay. Anyway,
I don't anyway.
I know that's what I'm saying though. You didn't even read. This is between you and me. We're going to be recording a Patreon at patreon.com/Alison Rosen for the supplemental. I love you guys. Thank you.
You guys, I love you more.
Please keep the reviews of the show coming. Click 5 stars. Tell your friends. Follow me on social media at Alison Rosen, wherever you are. And you're the best. Don't tell anyone that I cried.
Yeah,
Daniel?
don't go telling people that.
No, what do you want to tell them?
Oh, what do I want to tell them? I don't know. Just, you know what? Stay paused, you guys. This is the season of. Here's what I want to tell you. You don't need to suffer anymore. Just be happy. Give yourself a couple weeks at least. Just be happy and enjoy the season and drink a ton of eggnog.
I mean, it's hard to be happy, but
you can give yourself a bubble. If you're feeling down, just give yourself a couple.
Just know that you're not alone.
Because we love you.
We love you.
Life is good.
I just don't want to be like toxic positivity, you know?
No, but it's good. It's good.
It might not be for everyone.
It's not good all the time, I'm saying.
Drink some eggnog, unless you don't like it. Listen to a Christmas song, and try to appreciate the
I just want to recap.
moment.
I was trying to make people feel good. Alison's like, no.
Well,
Life's shit. Yeah, people are fucking miserable. Let them be
because
miserable.
if you're depressed and someone's like, just be happy, then
no,
you're like,
I'm not saying that.
okay,
I'm not saying just be happy. I'm saying
try to appreciate the season.
okay, for real.
Okay.
Feel what you're feeling.
Yes.
Absolutely feel what you're feeling. And think of it like you're in a fucking swimming pool. And it's a deep swimming pool. And if you got negative feelings, go ahead, go under that water, feel it, but come up for air.
Yeah.
And when you come up for air,
Have eggnog.
just give yourself that moment. It's okay. It doesn't have to all be suffering. Know that you can still have the feelings.
Yes.
But don't get completely overwhelmed by them.
Okay. Yes, I like that. You guys, thank you for listening.
We got to go.
I love you. You matter. Goodbye.
Bye.
Hey, do you know about the Alison Rosen show?